NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way, renamed just days before it came on.
Was amazing.
Holy shit. From top to bottom, great fucking card. Everything made sense, everything had purpose, and everything was so good.
It felt like what a WWE pay-per-view should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vince,
all done in 2 hours.
Vince,
no shit.
You need to know when to step down and just let Triple H have full control.
Triple H, thank you. We talk about how Triple H is good at everything he does. This is what he's good at. Thank you.
So, we open up. The NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. The Ascension versus the Lucha Dragons.
Sin Cara was way more into the Lucha thing.
Yeah, he has accepted the gimmick.
He seems to be stepping up a little bit more and more.
They had their tag team gimmick going on.
Like almost
new theme song,
a planted sign with their name
lots
on it.
of new theme songs.
They brought back the trampoline entrance.
That blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, when Kalisto did his jump into the ring, I was like, holy shit, that was fucking cool. And then Sin Cara did his, I was like, oh!
Yeah.
And then they land in their poses, like, right next to the camera.
So fucking cool. So cool.
And then when it gets the Angry Men Ascension.
Yes, the Ascension coming off of the win on main event against the Matadors.
They were really angry about that
The
win.
longest reigning tag team champions in NXT history.
They're the longest reigning any champions in
Are they
NXT
really?
history.
Oh, shit.
344 days. That's almost an entire
Almost
year.
a year. Oh, Bo Dallas is probably pissed. Because it's 220 some odd days as NXT champion. Has been ruined. This was a phenomenal match.
It was.
Like, we haven't really got to see the Ascension do more.
They haven't had to work in a long time.
Yeah. And they got put to work and they fucking brought it. Because you know that Sin Cara and
To
Kalisto...
me, the best showing Rick Victor has ever had.
Absolutely. It was, fast paced and then it slowed down, fast paced and then it slowed down. It gave both teams time to show their strengths. We had the one spot. Tell them, Hawk.
Oh, Kalisto.
Yes.
Kalisto was reversing a power bomb into what was supposed to be a sunset flip bomb onto Rick Victor, and that almost didn't work.
Yeah, Victor landed early. And then Kalisto landed on top of him.
No, he landed right on top of Kalisto.
Oh, did he? I thought it was the other way around.
And
it was so fast and insane.
I thought what was going to happen is I thought Victor was going to over-rotate and, crunch his head.
Yeah. It was scary, but fucking cool. And it would have been even cooler if they would have hit the actual move.
Yeah.
But yeah, both teams fucking brought it, and we have brand new...
There is no doubt in my mind that Kalisto is the next Rey Mysterio.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully without the 19 knee surgeries.
Let's hope not. But we have brand new tag team champions in the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara.
Here's my note on this match. How come they're the first team to ever think of grabbing one of their feet when they're about to do the Fall of Man?
It's a good question.
Because they were in total incomplete charge, and they were about to do the Fall of Man on Kalisto.
And
Sin Cara grabs Connor's foot.
Yeah, Sin Cara's like, duh.
Everyone else... They always knock the other guy off the apron before they do it. Why don't the guy just go, got your foot?
Because they're all everyone else was too scared to try.
Yeah, they've been beating us up for 3 minutes. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, everyone else just get it over with.
Yeah.
Okay, just hit my partner, I don't care.
But Sin Cara went, ooh, this might work.
Foot.
Yes, and it did. Brand new tag team champions. Awesome match. An amazing way to start off the pay-per-view.
Go Lucha Dragons.
Absolutely. Then we had the debut of Baron Corbin. If you watched the pre-shows, CJ Parker demanded
to be put on the card.
To be put on the card. William Regal said, okay, you have a match, but you don't know who your opponent is. We get this big... brooding dude who just looks angry at everything.
I think Renee described him as a walking Hot Topic t-shirt.
He is so mad.
So I didn't actually
watch... I don't even think he looked angry. He's really stoic.
He didn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, because he stomped CJ Parker and then just left.
He just
he didn't celebrate or nothing. He's just like, okay, I'm done.
No, okay. So, we'll talk about the stomping that was The bell rang. CJ Parker ran at Baron Corbin. He caught him and then drove his face into the mat.
Oh
Just
my god,
destroyed.
I had to
Three moves.
rewind it.
3 moves. Face to the mat, punch to the face to the mat again.
I had to rewind it to catch that because I wasn't sure what happened there on that.
Wait, he
last
punched
one.
him?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I just remember the fucking whatever that.
Yeah, that's when I had to
Good
rewind
God.
because I was like, what did he do there?
It's basically
The-
a levitating Sister Abigail.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
extreme Sister Abigail.
But no, like, okay,
Sister
so
Abigail's an adrenaline junkie.
He goes, look, Mom, one hand.
so there's just not enough match to really go into detail. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I didn't actually watch the pre-show because
Okay.
I had to play catch up.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But so CJ Parker's music hits. I'm like, it's just gonna be a stomp match for CJ Parker, whatever. And I wasn't wrong.
That's true.
Just-
and that's kind of what I thought was going to happen because they bring out CJ Parker and then they gave Baron Corbin the jobber entrance where he didn't get his theme
Yeah, he's
played. He's the guy who's waiting in the ring for the opponent to come
Just-
out.
Well, yeah, that was
So
the thing.
angry.
They like CJ Parker comes out and then they show Baron Corbin, and I wasn't really paying attention. Then the match starts, and I was like, "That's a big fucking dude."
They're gonna have CJ Parker squash him? No. Quite the opposite. I don't even know why you had to rewind it. They showed the replay like
Well,
five
I
times.
rewound it before they started showing the replay.
I think we actually did too. Because you watched it once and then came over here and we watched it. And we rewound it and then they just showed like
Yeah.
5 replays. It's just like, the commentator's like, we have to see this again. Can you roll it?
I'm really okay with it though because I can't watch enough of CJ Parker getting his face smashed.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking
In
awesome
any
move.
way, shape, or form because he tied up,
Now-
smashed his face into the mat, and then CJ Parker got up and he smashed him in the face with his fist, and then he got up again and he smashed him back into the mat.
Now next week on NXT, Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey need to team up against CJ Parker and Mojo Rawley.
Ugh.
And they need to be Team Face Smash.
That'd be so
Yeah.
scary. Scariest team ever.
Ascension, move over.
We move on.
That's when Kalisto and Sin Cara go to the Ascension. They're like, "Here, you can have these back."
We don't want them. Then we had the hair versus hair match.
Enzo along with Big Cass.
Yeah.
versus Sylvester the Four with Marcus the Lift Ruby. Both teams with new theme songs.
Yes. Enzo going the Tyler Breeze route, singing his own theme song, rapping his own theme song.
Yeah.
He's hot like salsa.
And then his what?
He's hot like salsa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the attention, the Legionnaires are blah 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 something.
Yeah.
It says something. I can't
It's
remember.
in French.
Yeah, whatever. New music all around. They did this at the first takeover where you had you had Neville and Zayn and all these people come out with new themes. But it was a good match. Nothing really stood out about it except the end. This was hair versus hair. Enzo got the win, so we're like, all right, cool. We get to see Balls Sylvester LaFour, and LaFour says, "Fuck that," and does the most comical runaway of all time. Just really overzealous, and Marcus Louis like, what? What's going on? And then he catches a fucking boot to the face.
Yeah, he got a hell of a boot to the face for his troubles.
Yeah. Oh, ow! And then he gets the magical
Bucket of pie filling.
Yeah, the whatever the fuck it is dumped on his head.
Speaking of pie,
The potion.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
get
yeah.
a potion.
Yes.
A hair potion.
Is
Is this fucking Harry Potter wrestling? No.
yeah.
Maybe.
So yeah, that was a really good match. I think if it were on a regular episode of NXT, could have been match of the night.
Yes.
But because we were at Takeover, it was
really
definitely
it was
overshadowed.
definitely kind of the filler match, but still important in its
Right.
own way. It was nothing special from either one. You got so much charisma with Enzo though.
Yeah.
His entrance is so much fun.
You know, that's how I feel about him. He's the charisma guy. I feel like, for me the match wasn't exciting because I don't feel that Enzo's a strong wrestler.
It's not okay.
But Cass,
Right.
Cass is way more than able to make up for it when they do their
Well,
tag team
I mean,
stuff.
Not to say that Road Dogg isn't a good wrestler, but they remind me of the New Age Outlaws in that sense.
Yeah, I kind
But-
of thought like Enzo, Godfather isn't exactly the greatest wrestler.
Yeah.
He's got he's got his whole gimmick was what people came to see.
But that's the thing about Enzo is I think his charisma makes up for his lack of wrestling ability. Where even in his matches, my attention's still on him in a positive way. Because
I'm on his hair.
Yeah.
that leopard hawk.
Yeah. That is
That sound means we're out of time, but fuck that because this is NXT Takeover.
This is NXT Takeover. This is gonna be its own fucking segment. Jesus Christ. Let's move on. So
Phone throwing.
Let's move on. So keep breaking.
That phone
shit.
doesn't tell me when we're done talking about NXT. I tell me when we're done talking about NXT.
All right. So up next, we had the debut of Kenta, aka Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
I thought, you were like, okay, they do something kind of cheesy here, but
it's something WWE.
Yeah.
Right.
But I made the mention to you. I like the fact that they let him announce his new name. They're like, hey, we're bringing you in as Kenta. He was announced as Kenta by William Regal.
Right.
But then
they have the name up on the screen.
Did his whole promo in Japanese and then translated into English, which English is great.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't speak it very well.
Yeah.
And then they let him announce his own name, which I thought was really cool. It was a nod that WWE was like, hey, this is how we do things, but we'll let you do it the way you
I feel like it's gonna have a hard time sticking.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
It's just one of those things though. Like WWE doesn't care if we all chant Kenta or call him Kenta. They just want a name that they can own the rights to.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll always. I actually saw a screenshot of It's still real to me, damn it. It was the quote was, "He's still Kenta to me, damn it."
Yeah.
So
it's the same thing. I still call Cesaro Claudio. I still call Zayn Generico. I still call Adrian Neville Pac.
Yeah,
absolutely.
One thing I think would have made the segment better, because he said, "I'm choosing this name in honor of my hero," and he said the name, is if he went into more detail about who his hero is.
I don't know if a lot of people would have really cared though. Unfortunately,
not a lot. He doesn't need to do a lot of detail. Just mention my hero, say the hero's name, and then I'm choosing this name based off of that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see. Maybe we'll get some more insight into that in coming weeks. But then we had the Ascension, who were upset that they lost. They're really mad. Ascension came in
even madder than they were before.
Yeah, now they lost their titles.
They're always angry.
But now they lost their title, so they're extra mad, and they decided to pick a fight with Kenta. And Kenta goes, "Well, fuck you," and kicks the shit out of both of them. Sits a chair in the ring and goes, "Bring it," which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
That right there.
The Ascension's like, oh.
and then
let's never go to Japan.
And then they went to the back, and the Witcher Dragon's like, you can have these back. We don't want to face Kenta.
Kenta's going to be the next tag team champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely hyped up Kenta to be a total badass.
Yeah.
Which Kenta is a total badass.
And they did announce that his first match is going to be this coming week on NXT.
Woot woot.
That's
I'm excited.
We said
almost
almost
the same thing.
Almost the same. That's a little trippy. Then we had what was.
Say it.
Alright, go for it.
Say it. Bold Dempsey versus Fuckface.
That was the text message I got. Kevin Hawk was giving me a report card on the matches.
Yeah, it was great
for NXT, and he gave the first
A of the night.
First A of the night went to Bold Dempsey versus Fuckface, which makes sense because
his face got fucked up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, Bold Dempsey punched Mojo.
I watched it back. He does it twice.
Yeah, he punched him in the face twice.
He punches him in the face twice
and busts his cheek open. Mojo came with some fight though.
Yeah, he hit a double leg takedown that sounded like it.
Yeah, he took him down.
I've never liked Mojo Rawley, but he kind of got my attention in this match.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't very long. It was probably the shortest match by far.
The Corbin Parker match.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that one was so fast I forgot about it. That was just a spot. That wasn't a match. They beat the fuck out of each other, and how did Dempsey even...
Flying headbutt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Headbutt off the top rope, new move.
The top rope, high flying move. Which he did twice.
Yeah. He did it once to win, and then
straight
once
out of Bam
after
Bam Bigelow
the
playbook.
Yeah. He did look very Bam Bam when he did it. Yeah. I think about it. Yeah.
He was, a giant guy flying off the top rope. Not many big guys like that do that.
This is true. Bull Dempsey gets the win. I don't know where Mojo goes from here.
To the graveyard, probably.
I
think Bull killed him.
I'm hoping to be released.
That,
I don't hope
which is
that on a
similar.
lot of people.
Which is similar to what I said.
buried.
Yeah.
What's really funny is I completely forgot that Mojo was an ex-football player. I was watching this match back for a third time with two other friends.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, man, this match was like two defensive linemen just like battling it out, and then they mentioned his past that he was a defensive lineman in the NFL,
And you're like,
it's like,
shit.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why it looked like that.
Yeah. We had a little backstage segment where Enzo and Cass were like, you know what, we got to find. Enzo needed to find Marcus Louis because he needed to know.
He needed to see the ball.
He needed to know that their potion worked, and they happened to, camera pans over, and you got Sylvester Lafort, and you got the towel over his head. Obviously.
Sylvester Lafort.
Yeah. And Sylvester fucking takes off again, and Enzo and Cass grab Marcus Louis. They take him out to the ring.
I was expecting it to be revealed that it was just someone else.
That would have been funny as hell.
Like, just some random dude that they just beat the shit
out
out
of the shower.
Yeah.
But it was in fact Marcus Louis.
Yeah.
We had a fun little setup where Enzo pulled the towel off his head, and we had
Almost
Gollum?
bald.
Yeah.
Gollum?
Yeah,
It was
Sloth from the Goonies.
yeah.
yeah, no. When I saw him, you guys won't get this, but some of you will, hopefully, maybe. When I saw him, he looked like Matt Smith to me. And I realized it's because he has no eyebrows. Matt Smith is the last guy who played the Doctor in Doctor Who. And I know, but he has no eyebrows.
Huh. Yeah, his little like patches and the no eyebrows and that goofy ass face.
I think if they would have shaved all his hair off, he would have looked like the kid from Powder.
Yeah, I think they didn't shave all his hair off because they wanted it to look more just like it fell out.
Yeah.
So not quite all of it.
Yeah. Funny moment. I'm hoping we see which actually they did get challenged.
Fallout, yeah.
Yeah, Fallout after NXT. There will be a tag team match between the Legionnaires and Enzo and Cass.
Sometime in the future.
Yeah. Within the next couple weeks, probably. They'll probably hype it up. Show that Marcus Louis is still pissed off about not having hair. Okay. Can we tell everyone I called it before the whole...
Oh, yeah. So, Enzo came up with a new catchphrase for Marcus Louis.
A new word.
A new word to describe him, which is bald.
Yeah. B-A-W-L-D. Bald. And I said that...
He said it right before it happened.
I had not seen Takeover yet, and I just thought, hey, this will be funny, and I said it. And he looks at me and goes, you just did that, didn't you? I said, yeah, I thought it was funny. And then he fucking said it. I was like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
He was so happy he called something. I call stuff all the time when I watch wrestling.
I was proud of myself.
He was so happy he got to call something that happened.
Which is another reason why I did the Enzo intro for this week's episode of The Rundown. Up next, we had the Women's Championship match.
This was my favorite match tonight.
Oh,
Bailey came out with
God.
new ring attire.
Yeah, she had her Ultimate Warrior tassels on.
I think they're more Macho Man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
It was like
the Macho Man jacket.
She had brand new music, a little bit more
Macho Bailey.
Better than the Bailey man.
That's weird.
Yeah. Bailey Savage. Which she kind of was in this match. A little bit savage.
Yeah, she was. She was extra aggressive.
Did Charlotte went to shake her hand at the beginning of the match?
Yeah, she's like, this is what you wanted. Shake my hand. This is what you wanted.
They said, not tonight.
No, and fucking elbow, took her right into the corner. Just, yeah, she was very vicious. Oh my God.
These women pulled out all the stops for this match.
They did.
If we were not proud of Bailey before.
Short of a dive out of the ring, this match had just about everything.
Yeah. You didn't need a dive.
Right.
Like, these women put on an A+ showing. This was
Storytelling.
storytelling to the max. Obviously there was a bunch of stuff great in the match, but like you said, storytelling. We had the Charlotte wanting the handshake, and Bayley said she's not here for hugs.
Yeah.
And she just came at her. Then we had just before the end, we had those faces.
Yeah.
It was
Post Charlotte's moonsault, yeah, they had the hands and knees just staring down at each other.
You had the I can't believe you just kicked out, and the come on, is that all you get? You had the little face off.
Right.
Just the little things they did.
It was, it told a full story. Like, if you come into this match not knowing the storyline, not knowing who either of these two were, if this was your first NXT match ever, you would have known exactly what was going on.
Oh yeah,
I was actually emotionally invested to the point where it was kind of crushing when Bayley lost.
Yeah. Well, we were watching the video package when she gets to that point where she's talking about, wanting to almost emulate Shawn Michaels' first title win. Like, I got chills, and I was like, if I didn't realize that I cared about Bayley, that point I was like, man, I really like Bayley.
I've always liked Bayley a lot. I love the gimmick to death.
Yeah.
She is adorable. And for me it was her entrance.
Right.
Like the video package, I was like, oh, here's another WWE video package. I liked the bit about Shawn Michaels, but I liked the fact that it adds to her gimmick that she's a WWE super fan.
Absolutely.
Of course she would relate it to another WWE experience. But yeah, it was the entrance, and she came out with the Macho Man streamers on her arms.
Yeah.
And that whole thing, and that look on her face that said, this is a special night.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, Bayley's got to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll die on the
inside. And I also want to make a aside. Good job on the commentary for this match too. That really helped tell the story.
NXT has the best commentary.
It does, and this match, it was really spot on. I think.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, what's Bayley wearing? Well, they're her streamers. You can't have a party without streamers. To the way they reacted when she lost.
Yeah, because everyone was so. We all thought Bayley was gonna win.
Yeah,
that was our prediction. That, three people thought for sure Bayley's gonna win, and they had her lose in such a gracious way.
Right.
That I'm so looking forward to the rematch.
And can we go up and say that Bayley got hit in the head a lot during that match?
Oh my God!
Because she did the knee drop, where she had Bayley's feet suspended over the middle rope, and she's pulling her down, and then added the knee drop all the way down.
Yeah.
And then follow that up with the schoolboy roll up
on
the bottom rope.
God.
Yeah.
That's what got me. The schoolboy into the bottom rope. I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
I saw that and I figured out why WWE actually fired Alberto Del Rio.
Oh yeah.
It's because even Bayley can get hit in the head hard and not get a concussion.
Yeah.
What's Dolph's excuse?
He's a way better wrestler than him.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or more entertaining.
And his concussion was Jack Swagger's fault.
Yeah.
Or one of his concussions.
But yeah,
they got rid of Alberto's concussion guy.
Yeah. That schoolboy into the buckle though, I thought that was going to be the end. As it happened, I'm like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, there were so. Going back to the storytelling, there were so many spots where all right, that's it, and it wasn't, and you're like, wow.
Well, every time.
And another thing I like, no abuse of finishing maneuvers.
Right.
Yeah, they both got.
Because Bayley never got to pull off the hug plank.
That's true.
Yeah.
She tried
Bayley
once.
Didn't happen.
She tried once, and she got.
This is another thing that watch the entire Takeover event. Watch NXT. Watch any WWE shows. You watch the WWE shows. There is total over abuse of finishing maneuvers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NXT. Nobody got a finishing maneuver off that didn't win with it.
Wow. I'm gonna have to. Wow.
There's no finisher kickouts in NXT.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. I didn't even realize that.
One that jumps to my mind that is a kind of finisher in that he's finished matches with it. In the match was Sami Zayn hit the Koji clutch.
Yeah, submission. But
yeah.
I mean,
Submissions
I'm thinking definitive.
Yeah, submissions are different.
Right, pinfall.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. like to your point, that's the only thing I can think of that happened.
And Tyson Kidd had the sharpshooter on too.
Yeah.
You know,
But to finish this up before we move on to the main event, we had Sasha come out and attack Bayley.
Yeah, fuck
And
you,
then
Sasha.
And then Charlotte.
you are ratchet.
And then Charlotte.
That was a great chant, by the way.
Both looks and attitude.
That was just, with that chant, Sasha's ratchet.
No, she's not. But we had Charlotte
I'll beat you
save
up.
Bayley.
Yeah.
And, like, that was just, like, that was a cool but bizarre moment.
To me, it was the icing on the cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
Because
added.
it was the Charlotte has finally
Well, it was the
respects Bayley now.
it was the Jeff Hardy Undertaker moment of Jeff, like when
Yeah,
Jeff gets
the
back
ladder
up, the
match.
Taker comes out and raises his arm.
Yeah,
It was that same type of thing,
crazy.
where it's like, Charlotte doesn't have to go face from here. She probably won't. She doesn't have to like Bayley from here, but it shows that, okay, I respect you.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time Charlotte's done that. You know, when they did the Women's Championship tournament, she shook Natty's hand
Right.
after the finals. You know, she may have been playing heel, but she knew that she just had a bust-ass match, and she doesn't want something soiling that, so she wants to show the good sportsmanship.
Right.
And, yeah, awesome job, ladies.
Woo.
And now there are the talks of, well, actually, no, there is almost for sure that we're going to get Sasha added and potentially have a triple threat for the Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Which we know that Sasha is...
Writers for the main WWE show, take note. This is how you add another person to the triple threat.
Women's Championship.
This
Yeah.
is how you write a show.
Yeah.
Thank you. And good night.
But
For that segment.
the way we finish a show.
Is
I
you
say
take-
that the best way to finish a show is you take, like, the greatest high flyer in the history of wrestling,
Yeah.
a guy who's super innovative and has all the heart in the world,
Yep.
Yeah.
and a guy who's just devilishly good looking and can back it up in the ring,
It's
Right.
true.
and a guy who's really, really honed his craft in Japan and in the dungeon, who's trained in the dungeon, the last trainee of the Hart family,
Yeah, that's four things that...
and you put him against Tyler Breeze, Sami Zayn, and Adrian Neville.
That's
in
four,
the
Yeah.
event.
that's four things that Tyson Kidd's really good at. That was the greatest video package.
Oh.
Yeah, if you watched Takeover, leading up to the main event, they had each member of the title match at the end, you know, do a small little promo, and
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd was just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So well done.
And this match was even more
Oh
awesome.
my god. This reminded me of, like, when I first started watching wrestling, when they did Fatal 4, was like, this was Chikara style.
Yeah.
Fatal
Okay.
4-way. It was just so good.
In TNA and in Ring of Honor, and even sometimes in WWE, you'll get a pretty good match, an above average match for the company standards. You'll get an above average match and have the crowd start chanting, "This is wrestling." They started that in this match, and this is one of the first and only matches I felt deserved that chant.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have...
It broke down right from the get-go
Oh, yeah.
and went crazy.
Yeah. That, you know, too much action to even keep track of. 'cause
Sami Zayn hit Tyler Breeze with his cell phone,
that was awesome.
then took a picture with it.
Yes. Adrian Neville took about 1,000 bumps on the outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Adrian Neville Bump on the Outside Festival 2014.
Both Adrian and Sammy both got bumps up on the ramp/stage area.
Right.
Double suplex.
God. We
They
had...
threw in a traditional X Division Tower of Doom.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tower of Doom was great.
That, I kind of called it when Adrian Neville was up and then Tyler Breeze was fighting him. I was like, oh, are they going to do a Tower of Doom spot? And then Tyson Kidd joined it. I was like, yes, they
Yes.
are.
And I was like, yeah, I was doing the same thing. I was like, oh, here they go, double suplex. And I was like, wait, powerbomb? And then Sami Zayn came in, grabbed them all.
Yeah.
Big fucking powerbomb. God, what else? We had,
Tyler Breeze had his friggin' House of Fire moment.
Yeah,
kicking
where he-
everybody.
Where he
just
kicked
drew-
everyone.
Yeah. Like,
Beauty shot on Zayn.
Super-
And
oh, that's-
the super mother kick.
We do got a finisher that didn't even match. Beauty shot.
Oh, you're right.
But you know what? Doesn't matter.
Okay, to my thing, it's
It wasn't
not
abuse.
that it was a finisher that didn't end with a pin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it
when
was
Sammy
a
gets
series
hit
of
with the-
moves.
Right.
When Sammy gets hit with the beauty shot, he rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
Beauty shot, supermodel kick, drop kick. He's just fucking
Just all of the
going
kicks.
Just every kind of kick that you can throw, Tyler Breeze is throwing. And think about it, Tyler Breeze is the least established person out of these four.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
He is the newest guy as far as like, and
wrestling history.
out of the four guys, I own a Tyler Breeze shirt
Yeah.
because he like this. I think he had the most to prove out of this match because we know the other three can hold.
And I'm going to be honest here. The crowd is really getting behind Tyler Breeze.
They are.
He's so good at what he does.
The first chant of the match was like a Breeze is gorgeous chant.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crowd, speaking of chants, they broke down into the random chants at one point. But
I was trying to
it
figure out what they were chanting.
One of it was $9.99. But they broke.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they
'Cause
broke
you're
into
on the
some
network.
random chants. And it took me a second, but I realized, because I didn't catch all of the chants, but I realized what they were doing. They weren't doing the random chants because they were bored. They were just so excited they wanted to be chanting things.
They were. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I like during Raleigh versus Dempsey, they chanted "We want Steen,"
Yeah,
referencing, "Hey, we had Kenta debut tonight. Why not have Kevin Steen come out?"
yeah. That's almost what I thought was good going way back. When the Ascension came out, like, because I didn't expect Kenta to take them both out by himself, because, you know, they were the tag team champs. for
Steam
so
run
long.
down and help
Yeah.
Kenta. Oh god.
Like, that's what I was
I
expecting.
think more than likely it would have been Devitt. But
Yeah, but still, you know,
Either or.
something like that.
But yeah, these four guys went all out.
Pac pulled out one of my favorite spots from his tag team days. He
yeah.
hits the shooting star press / double Pele kick at the same time.
Yeah.
That-
on Zayn and Kid.
Yeah, hit Kid with the shooting star. Pele kicked Kid. Didn't win the match. There was so.
The camera had a really bad angle for it because he
Yeah.
went to the top. And I'm pretty sure the cameraman was convinced he was going to do the red arrow,
Yeah.
which he did.
But
They had
anyway,
that other.
replayed it
Yeah,
There was-
they had the other camera angle that was really good.
Sami Zayn went for the dive spot, and then Neville got up and stole his thunder.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the moonsault that almost hit the ceiling. Like,
Yeah.
And he didn't get a lot of spring off of it, and so Breeze and
Big
Kid were like, oh
Show's-
fuck.
If Big Show's sunset flip can be the solar system flip, that can be the solar system salt.
I go with the galaxy salt.
Yeah, he jumped.
The solar salt.
He jumped way farther than the moon. I'm pretty sure.
He's still falling, right?
Yeah.
And Tyler Breeze and Tyson Kidd.
Well, no, he's not falling because gravity forgot him. So he just
that's right.
jumped, and
That's
now he's
right.
like,
And
He's walking around on the ceiling at Full Sail University going, "Look guys, gravity forgot me."
he's like, fuck, how do I get down?
How do I win this match now?
Spider-Man walked down the wall. But the end of the
Exorcist
match,
walk down the wall.
end of the match would come. We got
Kid hits, Zayn hits the exploder suplex in the corner on Tyson Kidd, runs to the other corner, looks like he's going to hit the haluva kick, but instead he runs and dives out onto Neville, sends Neville over the guardrail,
yeah, which I went, what the fuck
Yeah.
just happened? Like,
gets back in the ring, then gets to hit the haluva kick on Tyson Kidd, goes for the pin, 1, 2,
and the referee learned how to fly
Yeah.
backwards. Pulling a trick out of Triple H's playbook.
Not as
Referee Boomerang, but
didn't get as much distance.
he's not as big as Triple H.
Yeah.
you know, so.
But Neville pulling the heel move, pulling the referee out, which I thought was such a perfect way to kind of sway him heel, but not turn him
Well,
heel.
here's what. When he pulled the ref out, given everything that led up to the point, it didn't strike me as a heel tactic.
Yeah, it was just,
At
it was
the
like,
moment.
holy shit, I
Because,
have to do something.
you know, we had Tyler Breeze was going to tap out, and he grabbed his hand. We had him doing everything he could, scraping and clawing everything to keep his belt. So when he pulled the ref out, it didn't strike me as heel until, like, the look on Zayn's face.
You realize because part of to me that was it. They had that stare off right after that happened, where Adrian was looking up in the ring and Zayn was staring down with a what the hell did you just
Yeah,
do?
it's like,
Right.
I can't believe you did that.
And it makes sense because of the way that going into it, the promo package, Zayn was saying that how him and Adrian Neville are good friends.
Yeah.
You know, so almost, why would my friend
Right.
do that to me? You know?
It goes into wrestlers being storytellers in the ring. And that, you know, they do something, and the way that it's reacted to is what fills you in on how you should feel about it.
Mhm.
You see, you know, Sami Zayn, a guy we've been pulling for because he's been such an underdog in NXT. He fought so hard to finally get that one win against Cesaro. You know, he came so close to being the number one contender so many times, and now he finally has a shot. And he's just about to win, and then his friend just tears it away from him.
Yeah.
This is what I was telling him right after we watched Takeover, is that I call Sami Zayn the best salesman in the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because whether it's physically or emotionally, he is the best at selling
Yeah.
the way things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels more real when you know, you can see the emotion that Sammy gives it.
Yeah, it's... You know, it's the ability to make you forget that wrestling is fake.
Staged.
Yeah.
Predetermined.
That's what put the quotes.
Thank you.
You know,
Gigantic air quotes.
yeah. Bang.
Overzealous.
Yeah. But, you know, it's the ability to make you forget what you know. The ability to make you question...
It's the ability to make you suspend your belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there are a lot of things in wrestling where you're like, okay, all right, that was a little over the top. But people who know how to sell and tell that story make you go, oh man, like I can't believe Neville would do that. You know, it really makes you feel for the character. So we get the referee pulled out.
Zayn actually, gets out of the ring to confront Neville.
Yeah.
And just gets a super kick in the face.
Yeah.
Fucking kicked. It almost kicked his damn head off. And Neville sees his opening, goes to the top, hits the red arrow. 1, 2, 3. Still NXT champion. And you couldn't have ended a more perfect night in a more perfect way.
Yeah.
Like we said at the beginning of this, God knows how long we've been talking about NXT.
For about 13 episodes now.
Yeah. From beginning to end, NXT Takeover 2, Takeover Fatal 4-Way, whatever you want to call it, was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was...
Amazeballs. I want to see Takeover get a special every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm really liking the not monthly specials.
Yes.
Like, this is a thing I've complained about that WWE does, has their monthly pay-per-views. And
They're
going
kind
back
of-
to earlier, like, monthly pay-per-views and no real way to make them different from each other, to make something special about each one,
Yeah.
makes all of them feel less exciting.
Yeah, because at this point, you've got 7 months that the network has been out, and we've only had 3 NXT specials.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it adds importance to these matches when you're like, okay, this is a special event, and these are the matches here.
Right.
Well, what makes them special? Well, look at all the build-up that's happened, and now it's finally culminating to this particular match, and that's why WWE was so good back when they only did 5, 6, 7 pay-per-views
Right.
a year. You know, it was far and fewer in between. You're like, okay, when this happens, you know something big is going to happen.
Yeah.
Takeover 2, from beginning to end, awesome.
It won.
Yeah.
It wins the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the winner of this week.
Yeah.
Takeover 2.
NXT beat Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, definitely TNA,
Yeah, it murdered.
all combined. You could have combined these shows and not had a more perfect show than NXT Takeover 2.
Yeah.
But we are going to
Wrap up the midweek
wrap up the midweek wrap up.
Let's wrap up the wrap
This
up.
is probably video 2. You probably would have. Probably
Let's
gonna
make
edit.
NXT Takeover its own video.
Yeah.
It's that important.
Well, yeah. If you're still watching,
Plus,
there would have been
Timer told
there
us
would have
to
been
shut up a long time
there would have
ago.
been an extra annotation on the midweek wrap up where we talked about Main Event and TNA to click to this video about our long, and we had to talk about NXT. But this has
It
been
deserved it.
Yeah. this has been the midweek wrap up. If you want to go back to any of the other videos, we've done the Raw review, we've done the indie news.
One of these.
We
That one.
are
That
moving on to the Fantasy Warfare results.
That one.
We've also got the SmackDown
That one.
rundown coming up. So click the annotations. Up next, click on the Fantasy Warfare. We'll see you there.
Thank you.